ignore that one. I can leave this one. Hi! Hi Lurker, hi Hanks, how are you guys doing? I kinda ended up forwarding what's the last? Because this is actually coming from YouTube. The music is coming from YouTube. But I actually started up the Honkai because I need to do the dailies. How are you guys doing? I got the thing. I did the thing that I was supposed to do. I'm good. And my model is buggy because this is probably too much graphics. And the game is also buggy. How are you guys doing? How's it going? She's so pretty!
Always Cecil and Rag.
Why Rag? Like Ragdoll? Merlin went into my room, like I gave them food, he ate everyone's food, I gave them wet food, you know, as a treat. But like Merlin ate everyone's food. Silly baka. And then I tried to get him to leave my workroom where he's clean, so that, you know, he doesn't scratch at the door to leave. But he went into hiding into a corner, and when I told him to get the fuck out of there, like come here, I'm gonna carry you out, he just told me, okay, you can stay. I'm not gonna make you go interact with others. Jeez, can't be helped. I think he just, I don't know, I think he just wants to be here. He likes it here. Cinder bag! I even tried to write to me something, because honestly, I do wonder. Marlon is really an introvert. He just really likes his room, or he just doesn't want to interact with anyone. The others, like, they still kind of chase him around and sniff his butt. Oh yes! Oh.
Wait. That means I was recording on the wrong mic? Oh, that's why it's so quiet. Shit, that means I have to redo it. It's so over. It's so fucking over. I haven't submitted it yet. I'm supposed to submit it before the end of the month, but Give me a second. Counter Hanks, counter lurker. I am sorry. I guess I switched the mic because I think I was gonna record something not in OBS in Cubase, but then I was recording something in OBS. And I completely forgot. Guess I'll have to redo it. Well, guess good enough reason because there was a tiny fault in the recording, but I was like, okay, this is fine. I guess I'll have to do it first thing in the morning. Question mark. The problem is I have so much trouble start doing stuff in the morning. Like it takes me forever to get productive these days. Like the regular kind of productive. And it took way too long today too. So yeah, I guess I'll redo it. And said that there was something I needed to potentially redo anyway, so you know. I'm doing a bit better. Oh wait, I forgot something else too. Can I quickly let's go to this respite thing. Maybe I can also Merlin, don't even think about that. Why are you complaining? Okay, he went to sit in the cardboard box. Oh my god. No, but I'm doing a lot better. Give me a second. And Merlin got out. Because he realized I left him! And it's terrible, and he scratched on the door, and then I guess he thought I was gonna let him out and he's gonna and we're gonna be together, but no. No! Cat has been kicked. Out. I guess. Is the best way to say. Not actually kicked. Like I opened the door and let him out, and now he has to deal with the other three. I still have no hacking idea how to upgrade worlds in this. But I guess this is fine. Wolverine time! Cat Collab 1. Oh my god. It's gonna be terrible. I suppose I could, I could do at some point another one where I showcase the kitties, but like the other two, they're not gonna sit still. Like they're gonna be worse than Merlin, like Merlin or Arthur. And Arthur is already not really great at this. Merlin is the only one who lets me do a lot of it with him, cuddle him and all that. Yeah, no sound because we're only doing babies. Bam! Get bitch slap by the tail. Is my stream still a bit laggy or are we good? But yeah, I'll guess I'll have to redo the recording. Yeah. I'm just selecting something. Oh god, is it the same pixel word again? You're in a vast crescent and the sky's pickled clouds. Everything's a pixel drawing. I feel like we've been here again and again and again. It's the same encounter every single time. This is kinda annoying. Cause like this has been the same thing the last three times. And it just doesn't change. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Ooh, that was cool. That was cool, bro. Can I use it on him? Oh, damn! That was sick. We're honking out. I guess we're honking out a bit. I can hear them be silly from behind the door. Yeah, we're mainly just doing babies, and then I was gonna write. I'm honestly just scared to start writing because it's this starting is the scary part, you know? Ya know? If ya know, ya know? And so I'm procrastinating. I'm also scared. Like, I think recently, on the fanfic server, there was a person who joined, who has read my fanfic, and it's fucking terrifying. But hey, they didn't really comment much, so to me. So I guess I'm good. I'm good. Punked, you baka. Because we're really mainly relying on stealth for this one. The sanctuary is but a vision! Oh, that was a strong one. And kindle, I guess it means that they're getting set on fire. I think we're gonna be good. Yeah, I was barely enough. Okay, that was a boss, and we're done. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm not doing this simulated universe enough to get other encounters. Maybe I should do it more, and what the fuck is that? Oh? Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. So... Complete the divergent universe of similar universe one time. Oh, that's was the weekly mission, right? Okay. There we go. Procrastination is the thief of time, as I say. Yes, it is. Hi, Andre. Hi. Wait, my YouTube chat is closed. There we go. Hi, Shane. Hi. Yeah, I guess we're losing time. We're losing all the time. Yeah, I don't have enough to do a big roll, but we can do a common roll. Or we can play a bit to get a bit more. I don't know how long it's gonna take to get more in the main mission though. But we can roll for these! Let's see what we get. I'm scared to start writing. It's scary. It's so scary. Because I decided to do it on stream for some reason. Oh, cool. 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 I was gonna get one of these, but like I don't mind. I don't. Right, there she is. So, guess we can unlock one. When an ally target with Hanya's ultimate effect defeats an enemy, Hanya's action advances by 15%. This effect can only be triggered one time per turn. Okay. That's very pretty. No, I can't. Also, since I never watch those kind of streams, gotcha, is the music... no, the game music is actually not on because when I do dailies, I turn the music off. So that's about it. I just have lo-fi. Honkai lo-fi, I guess. I can just lo-fi hip-hop radio. Beats to chill and sleep. It's a girl with a kitty. Okay. Oh my fucking god, I need to actually do the writing. No, I'm not. Why did I say that I'd do it? Why did I say that to do it? Why did I think this was a... No, it's just because music is distracting because I usually do the calyx thing. And the music distracts me from doing things in parallel because I want to do stuff. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay, man. Oh my god. Ermargerd. No, that's wrong. That's my YouTube chat. No, that's also wrong. There we go. Oh my god. Ermargerd. Why did I say that? Do it. Let's play Honkai instead. I don't wanna. Why did I say that I do it? Why did I say that? Why did Oh, you stupid. So why is it so weirdly? Why is it shaped so weirdly? What? Huh? I guess like this. I can just do this. That is not how you did with F11. But for you just do it. Gone of wisdom. There is nothing wise about it because Why did I say that? I'm so... this is worse. This is worse. This is not productive. This is worse than productive. I don't know. Let's fuck it. Let's play Honkai instead. Let's do it. We're gonna do this thing. I've been streaming for 4 minutes. Great. This is the SpongeBob meme. Oh my god, why did I say I was gonna do it live? Why did I say that? Why did I do that to myself? Oh my god, this is terrible. Guys. The lore and other things, I guess. No, it's the wrong kind of zooming. Then we learned that I have no idea how to zoom in this. The lore and other things, I guess. Oh wow. Google Doki, yes. Google. No! Oh my god! I saw Chibi Doki write it like that. Google Doki for you know for. Oh god! Do you know what it makes it sound like this stream is gonna be? We're gonna write a Google Doc. Oh no! Oh my god! This is terrible. Hashtag exposing everyone. Let's see me live writing a Google Doc. Wrong kind of community to use a Google Doc on. In case you guys didn't know, there was another Google Doc droppage within the Vtuber community, and Falls released a new episode. I guess I haven't checked if I have seen the ones before. I mean, I'm subscribed to them, so. Oh my god. And other things, I guess. So, oh fucking god, this is embarrassing. Why did I decide to do this? This is embarrassing. Why did I think this is a good idea? Do you know why I'm pressing Q? It's to reset my model's position. I'm not gonna fight your Rubik's. Apparently we're writing a Google Doc. My experience with Anar's and Shell, good experiences. It's 1,000 pages. Oh, you're referencing that one. Oh my god. No, but I call it Google Docky, and I remember it. I watched, I think today, the False ID video about the Google Docky. And I was like a screenshot of Chibi Doki calling it Google Doki on the video, I think. I don't know if it was his video or not. And I'm just like permanently damaged by that now. Also, my mouth is once again being lopsided for this model, and I'm reminded as to why. I'm trying to fix it. Because the camera needs to look straight at me, otherwise my 3D model becomes lopsided. At least we're not having trouble anymore. Yeah, alrighty. Oh, we're spamming March's attack. Cute. Anyway, name, more on. I'm gonna cult. Yes. So this is what I started writing, like for myself, to like to know what the characters are. Oh my god, I'm so fucking embarrassed. Why am I doing this, guys? if I can't bear anymore, we'll just go back to Honkai and we actually play the story. Like we were supposed to. I don't know. I was like, oh, I'm totally gonna... Because I was thinking like today I'm gonna lock the fuck in, and do a lot of stuff. And I did a bit of stuff, but apparently I did it with a mistake, recording it on the wrong mic, which is also great, and I only did one thing. Which sucks. Because in the morning I procrastinated and tried to write the story while listening to the False ID video. Hi, Quatora Brazil! Oh, it's Q again. and that's how it happened. Also, I'm missing my Google chat. YouTube chat. Google chat! YouTube chat is no Google chat home. I'm fine. This is fine. And wait, what was I? Yeah. And so since my plan was to lock the fuck in, then I would reward myself by writing on stream. But I did not lock in. I mean, I still did the thing, but apparently now I have to retake it. And I was actually... The funny thing is, I was checking the recording. Hi, Footsy. I was checking the recording, and I was like, oh, my voice is so quiet on this. I wonder why. No. My bonk. Go to lock in. No. Okay. So what I wrote is like 60 to 70 years prior to canon. JD discovered there was a... Why is it so embarrassing to write in front of others? No! God! Why? Why is my model also like this? Let me turn it back to you guys so that you can watch me. Also, why? Oh, yeah, I need to close the bridger. Why is the bridger still open? Oh, you're right, I was recording stuff. I guess this is better. I don't know, 3D model behaves weird sometimes. I mean, I showed this the shit that I wasn't gonna publish on the server, so you guys know anyway, because I don't know how many random ass people stumble upon my I can't. Let's do this. Let's suck in. It's gonna go. Oh, guys. The worst part is I'm not the only one who does this. Am I behaving weird? I don't think I'm behaving weird. It's embarrassing. I hate when people... I honestly hate it when people watch me do creative stuff. Or like I could not work if somebody was watching me do craft cosplays, because I would constantly feel the embarrassment and the pressure to perform perfectly, so I just wouldn't perform, period. And I probably wouldn't want people watch me drawing, and I don't... Like, I tried this once with, on a different server where I would, like, I'm gonna force myself to be productive by streaming how I write, and I realized that I'm not more productive this way. Hi, Skyrain Puff. Be free. What do you mean be free? Are you throwing me off a cliff? Is that the joke? Like there is a joke. My mom told me this. It's kind of boomer joke. It's like it's a guy, and he's holding his mother-in-law over the edge of the balcony. Like he's holding her over the edge of the balcony. Like, I could choke you. I could, like, like he lists all the different ways he could have killed her. I could drown you. I could like beat you to death. But I'm just gonna let you go. It's like, oh, he's holding her over the edge of the balcony. I'm just gonna let you go, you know. God is overthinking as usual. When is it? It's a bug in a feature. It's almost as if it's a Bethesda game. It's aiming to because I chose to spell the name like this for whatever fucking reason, and now I have to spell it like this the entire fucking fanfic. Because inconsistent spelling of names and stuff is hi Lucas, Konryu is bad. So the background stuff that I wrote that in the thing that I showed to you guys, but the background stuff that I had is that like Vasquez's parents were in it. And then the other headcanon that I had for this bullshit was that so they were basically what was happening in this cult? Basically Kenny was looking for a potential vessel for Sukuna. It's like thank you for the gift subs, Raider. Thank you. Hi, Raider. Gank is a feature in the back. I am both. I am the alpha and the omega, and oh my. Oh, you know what the funniest shit is? Like, somebody did perfect. I can't write it all exactly. Oh, guys, I've been meaning to ask you. Wait, give me a second. Let me open this tab. Else, I can't. I don't know if I can open this tab elsewhere. But how old do you guys think Vasquez was when he died? Cause like, according, you guys know in JJK Gakuganji? Do you know how old Gakuganji is? Gakuganji is 76. I thought bro was fucking 90s. I thought he was in his 90s, like 80s, 90s, but he's like 76. And I'm like, if that mummy dinosaur ass-looking guy is only in his 70s, then Vasquez must be younger, because like, what the fuck? Or like, I mean, but at the same time, Vasquez doesn't look young. He has those really, like, those age spots old people get. Let me grab my phone and Google that shit. In which age do people get age spots? Wow! Wow! We're learning stuff. This is what fanfic writing is. Oh my god. What age do people get age spots? Wow, thank you Google for suggesting. Huh? What? No way. No way. Guys. Okay. How old do you think people have to be? Yeah, they're full of age spots. They're very aged cats. Very sunburned. Very crispy. An aged cat. Okay, what do you guys think? Hi, Lurker! Kandru! So apparently they're common in adults older than 50. But like, he has gray hair! And he already looks 25 to the old. Oh no, I'm old. Terrible. No, apparently it can happen to as young as 30. Which is fucking weird. I always associated those age spots Like the ones that Vasque have, like with age like 60, 70, 80, maybe, not younger. But apparently it's usually around older than 50, but can happen younger. And it can happen to you. 30 is ancient. Oh, I'm truly a fossil. I was right to call myself a fossil. Here is my fossilized wisdom. Hydrate Tridim! Yabacas! Oh. No, we're just sitting up. No, I'm both. I'm both. See, I don't know if I'm... Like, would you guys... The ones of you who actually know how old I am, would you guys actually... How old do you guys actually think? Like, what my behavior-wise, not how old you think that I actually am, but the way I'm behaving, how old do you guys actually think I am? Just for my behavior. Which makes me curious. Because sometimes I get like those random people who are specifically targeting certain type of VTubers, and they usually just slide up. Yeah, the ears jiggle. Yeah, they jiggle. I don't have booba jiggle physics. I have ear jiggle physics and tail jiggle physics. I think you're in your 30s. I'm not really hiding that. Mid to late 20s. Naruhodo. Ma'am, I have no idea how old you are, but that your behavior ranges from 25 to 34. Very silly. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I come up as adult, I guess. Because like in a lot of in the fanfic server, there's lots of really young people, and sometimes it makes me wonder, like there are also older people, but I think I'm the oldest. In the fanfic server, I'm definitely the oldest. Like, I don't think... There was once a person who quickly joined that was closer to me in age, and I was like, oh my god, my people are here! You just sound... yeah. No, I think you guys... A lot of you are that you're not using the skibidi slang of it. I have a bad influence among my contacts there. So sometimes I troll around using the skibidi slang. I've been learning. I've been osmosising. Because sounding like she's an extinct species. Guys, did you know that apparently when ginkgo trees evolved, there were no bees? So the ginkgo trees evolved to be pollinated by bugs, but those bugs that used to pollinate them no longer exist, so they just rely on wind and artificial pollination by humans to survive. Because everyone they evolved along with died. I am a ginkgo tree, I guess. I just learned it on the fanfic server. The shit that you learn. So ginkgo trees hope on gacha. Yes, exactly. They're gacha trees. Gingon tree, exactly. We're procrastinating. But yeah, no, I completely missed it because see, I had to estimate Vasquez's age to do the 60-70 years prior to canon thing. Except we don't know how old Vasquez is. Hi Colorman, hi Conry, welcome. So guys, how old do you think Vasquez is? I need to... Let me hide this and don't quickly open the tab. But I do not identify skunk, or rather the bug. No, don't die out. Okay, let's take a go, I guess. There we go. I don't know why my foot hurts today. like it randomly started hurting, and it was like really bothering me when I went joggies. Like how, like these are the age spots that I was thinking. Like, how old do you think this guy is? On the other hand, occasionally you also talk like he could be early 40s. Dang! Nah, it's fine. Oh yeah, the thing that I wanted to say about this 60-70. There's this 6-7 meme that I honestly don't get. It depends on the timing of when one catches you. I also crunch. And I also wait. I lost my YouTube chat again. Come back, YouTube chat. There we go. And I also say, ich werfe es gleich. And like, I think like people from Obsidian Castle, like the people that get to witness me when I am, hi Lurker, thank you for being there. The people who witness me when I have a lack of sleep, when I get tired, people tell me I get fucking weird. Because I'm too tired to have a filter. I get too tired to have a filter, and then it's just like all of my hacking neurodivergence just spills out, and everyone's just looking at me like I'm a fucking weirdo, and I'm just like eating my sushi. And if you ever sang Schlager karaoke would have a hard time beating it. I don't particularly, however, I don't hate Schlager, but I don't particularly like them either. Like, I get why people might like the songs, but also like, I'm not seeking them out. Too tired to stop the intrusive thoughts. Exactly. That's what happens. Also, like, I know that I get fucking annoying when I have severe sleep deprivation, and I know that from my cosplay friends. Like, for the time when my friend and I were cosplaying for a competition as Muchiana and Alibaba, it was Alibaba, and I have not finished my wig before the competition, because why would I ever be finished on time? I need to self-sabotage myself real hard, okay? And I got really weird and I started making the most dumbest word puns ever. And my cosplay partner was just looking at me with this face of suffering. You have homework. Oh my god, why? What do you mean you have homework? For what? For writing? For Magi? We should watch Magi. Or we should read Magi, I don't know. They should do a reboot of Magi. Authors should have released a fucking art book of Magi. Okay, anyway, how old is this guy, do you think? Give me an age estimation. For enhancer and somewhat questionable uni choices. Oh. Okay, he doesn't actually look too old in this picture. Like, yeah, he looks old, but he doesn't look too old in this picture. I don't know. And I feel like this, like, being bedridden with lung cancer does kind of do a number on you. 70 does sound about right. Yeah, like, I thought, maybe. Do we have any other pictures of him? No. Well, heck you. Thing is, this one is from the flashback. From 10 years prior. And I need him to be like in teenage here. So I guess it's gonna be 50 to 60 years prior to canon. Venetian was like, welcome for Venetian, let's Sukuna. So why not? Just have people volunteer for it. I like this kind of face. That's gonna be the kind of face Kenny makes. So he just creates a call and runs with it. And makes like meanwhile he does his mad scientist thing. Too tired to stop. Yeah, okay. I read that before. So while people treat it as an honor to be chosen as potential vessels, Kenny just takes notes on different aspects when shit's not working, yo. I'm so fucking eloquent. For the acts. For the acts of what? Of unethical research, I guess. I am sitting like hicking L right now because otherwise my foot hurts. Which is not good for my back, but it helps me with my foot. Well, whether it is working or not. Quality, energy, all that jazz. Let's make it less cringe. Because when I take notes, it's really cringe. It's not prose. It's just one stream of cringe. Because there's on the fanfic server, there exists a really funny theory, like how some people made this joke speculation that Kenjaku, like, literally tried to. How do I say it without sounding? I mean, it's supposed to sound awful. It's fucking Kenjaku. Like, he basically cultivated the Itadori bloodline to create huge, like, over generations. And I didn't go with that specifically. Like, somebody even made a one-shot fanfic about that. But, like, over the centuries, and could keep track of people who were lived. In that case, we have Habika's younger sister who had offsprings. The name of the sister is Tomoko because she's friend and she cool. This is so funny, you know. I in my mind I joke about Hagiko being like the dead mom was the real self-insert all along, because she is like, she is a survivor, but Tomoko is the real badass in the end. Because Haika is the one that had really weird childhood where her parents basically kind of groomed her. Wow. The fanfic authors treating their characters fucking terribly. And this is Tomoko. And he also track down the father. Congratulations, you're the I'm sorry for being so fucking weird. Nah. Don't debunk. Do not debunk. So he tries to get those. Let's guess parents were in the cult. And as kid was actually on the list. Results, but this is all a massive pile of bullshit. His parents are cray and are being taken advantage of. So he ran away from home before good experiment on him. Sasuke had met Kenkaku in the body he was using during that time period, and never had terrible association with this, which is why extra suspicious of Kaori. So, the other thing is, ties with family, so when he did marry, he took on his wife's last name. I was totally gonna add this to the fanfic, like first I was thinking like, oh, okay, since I had Gojo mention this in his head, I want to also have him mention that in the chapter 2 conversation that he's having with Hinata. And I was gonna have him realize they you know, because we see in JJK0 that they do a background check on Yuta, right? Like if he has any relations from the sorcerer families and stuff, and where they find out that he his ancestor is the same as Gojo's, you know, that shit. So I was gonna have him find this thing that Vasquez joined his wife's family register. That's not his birth name, and his birth name is something else. And he was like, and then he thinks about Vasquez's age, and then okay, maybe they should dig up the documents from that cult and see if there is a correlation in this. But then I was thinking like, there's no way Kentraku would leave this fucking evidence lying around. So, oh my god, this is turning into a mystery show now. I don't fucking know. What made you get into fanfic, writing fanfic? I mean, yeah, reading fanfic's been a long time. Hana, hi! Oh my god, I'm doing this stream where I'm fucking embarrassed. What made me get into writing fanfic? Thing is, I first time wrote a fanfic, which no longer exists, no, actually I'm lying. The first time I wrote a fanfic, it was a self-insert fanfic into a game. And I tried to write it in a language I was not well versed back then. Was really cringe. It was really terrible, and it was when I only recently moved countries and I didn't know the language well. I pretend it doesn't exist. So there was a huge chunk pause because I was like, how old was I? 14? Oh my god. And then the next time I tried to seriously write fanfic, it was procrastination because I needed to write a graduation work from my high school, college thing. It's Swiss system was weird, and I didn't want to write it, so I procrastinated the fuck out of it by writing a fanfic, and I wrote like 7 fucking chapters worth or something. I don't know, 5. Whatever, I wrote a lot. I don't know if I published 5, but I had like 5 chapters written. And then once I did last second crunch my graduation work, I never continued writing the fanfic because the trigger for me to start writing it, the procrastination, it was gone. And it was a Harry Potter fanfic. And it wasn't a self-insert, it was a time travel fanfic. With a twist. It was a really stupid twist. It was dumb. I also deleted it, by the way, so you can't find it. I also don't no longer have the fanfic anywhere on my PC or on my external hard disk, so it's fucking gone. And it was time travel from a terrible future where everything goes wrong and the bad guys win and like, but it was accidental time travel. And you know, the shit that I like, the fix-its, except they need to be flawed, like everything. I haven't changed! Oh my god, no, I'm not gonna write. I know what the premise was and I know what the title was, but it's fucking embarrassing, okay? I also had like no explanation why the time travel happened the way it did. I didn't want one, I just had a premise. See, back then, I have this thing. There's this rule I have to certain fanfics. The first chapter can be crap. Because sometimes there's like an interesting premise, like, but you need to get there, like. So ultimately it doesn't matter how exactly the character gets to the past or into a parallel universe or whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is that they get there, and I suspend my disbelief in these cases for the first chapter. I suspend it. Like, you get a free pass to write shit that doesn't make that much sense as long as the premise is actually interesting. So, chapter 1, you get my ass to the premise. Do the job, and I'll ignore whatever weird ass shenanigans you have there. And there was a fanfic, like the first chapter was really crap. Like, I was like kind of really, it wasn't crap, but it was pretty bad. Like, it didn't make as much sense. There were tiny OOC moments for some characters, but once they got to the premise, it was mwah, mwah, from chapter 2 on. Oh, that was so, oh my god, it was so good. Ah, that was an interesting character explosion. Ah. Anyway, so based on that feature, I did not decide to explain why I had this premise. Okay, the fanfic was called Of Slithering Second Chances. It's a fucking confession. And I sent Harry back in time, but as a snake. To meet Child Harry, because he was a parcel model. But and he would be the only one who would hear him, and he would be the only one he could communicate with. Yeah. That was the premise. Why? I don't know. I thought it was funny if I could limit the entire time travel thing. And then you would also have to deal with raising himself, question mark? Because there was a lot of time travel fanfics or like different like alternate universe fanfics that gave him a snake as a pet. I was like, wait a minute, I can combine these! Oh my god, that was so cringe. And then again, I have written absolute jack fucking shit nothing. And I was really into Avatar The Last Airbender fanfics. Especially like, I absolutely read, like Zuko is my absolute top #1 character, favorite character from Avatar The Last Airbender. And I read anything that was remotely remotely decent. And I also got desperate because I think AO3 already existed. But I didn't know of it. I only knew fanfic. And fanfic.net. And I scoured it for everything that was even remotely interesting or decent, and sometimes also absolute crap. I read absolute fucking crap because I was desperate, because I already finished reading everything that was good. And so then Embers came along, because at some point after I finished reading everything that was good, and everything that was good was not updating, and I was really done with people mischaracterizing Zuko, and sometimes I was also done with him getting abused in fanfics, even though season 3 was already over. Get over your fucking selves. Embers came at the right time. And Embers inspired me to do this thing, like alternative, like canon divergence thing. So in season 3, if you haven't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, it's been out for fucking ever. You have no excuse. You're getting spoiled. In season 3, when Zuko, like during the day of the eclipse or the black sun, Zuko confronts his father, right? And that's where he finally uses the lightning redirection thingy, right? But like, I made it so like that he was very overwhelmed by the lightning, and he wasn't really looking where he was aiming, and he accidentally committed patricide. It was a one shot. It was a one shot that was basically a POV. It was a very short one shot, but I was really proud of it. Oh my god, I was so proud of it. I was so proud of it. It also doesn't exist anymore. I deleted it. I deleted fucking everything. I didn't even remember what the fuck I called it. Only fanfic I'm familiar with are those Loud House fanfic and the Sword Art Online chapter in between 16 and 15. Thank you for the following, Adrian Steininger. I hope that's not your real name. Oh my god, please don't. But yeah, and then I kept thinking, oh, what would happen if I continued that? But then I realized it's not that type of fanfic where you want to continue that. Or like, you wouldn't do it. You want to have a one-shot. Imagine not watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. I feel like if today's generation haven't watched it, it's fine. It was a big thing in early 2000s, in 2010s for the fandom. But like, if you haven't watched it, it's fine. I haven't watched plenty of other culturally relevant stuff, so I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't judge. I don't judge. Yeah. It's really funny because Zuko may be my favorite character, but I did also really love when they explored Azula's relationships. And everyone had such interesting interpretations about her. That was very interesting. Anyway. So yeah, a lot of times I wrote fanfic, it was one, it is, probably. I haven't watched The Dragon Prince. It's supposed to be also good. So anyway, the first time I really truly probably wrote fanfic, it was procrastination and I gave up. The second time, I don't consider the very first one as a thing. The second time, it was because I had this plot bunny and it was supposed to be a one-shot, so I just did it. And this is like the third time, and I did it because I wanted to improve my writing. I wanted to improve the way I express my thoughts. Because I have thoughts, but they're never in words, and I felt like if I tried writing, I would become better at expressing myself. You know? Das ist me. Thumb in E. Okay. I have thoughts, but they're never in words, and now that is... Yes! Like, I have two thought streams. I have thought streams which I think consciously, and those are in words. A lot of times. But then there's this other parallel process, which is like the background process, the one that's the one that's actually smart. That one isn't words, that one I'm not even consciously aware of. And then there's also like thoughts that are visualized. And they're not in words. Yeah. Okay, what's it gonna say? Oh, so Greek and Arabian chicken rice. Okay. Alright, well. Other headcanon is that musket and then both have / had green hair. Yeah. What it does find out about Oscar doing the atypical thing and taking his wife's name and wonders like, what a coincidence it would be. No, so not the smiley face. If Oscar was related to anyone from that cult. He tries to get the documents associated with that incident, but finds that here's the thing. Do you guys think, especially Hannah over there in the YouTube chat, do you think Injaku would have removed the list of cult members because they like so what? So this is not structured as this fuck. So there's a 60 years prior to canon. The cult is covered G, and they basically read it, ban it, confiscate all the shit. And like Jaku obviously escapes with some notes. Is kinda annoyed. It didn't get very far. So another canon was there actually two was stronger than average, just not concrete smashing strong. I don't know, is this interesting for you guys, or are you just bored? Look at me writing this. So, eventually, when he finds the Dory Chin and brave name Saito Dory, he decides, yeah, no, if he can't stumble upon suitable vessel, he might as well just make one himself. Hi, Resu, hi. This is what I need to decide. What can Jaku like after the fact? Would he, like, here's a question for everyone. Would he, after the fact, try to get the information about the cult and some of the stuff, everything that was confiscated, like, removed? Like Yuji eats the finger, and then Kinchaku has this oh shit moment. Oh fuck, yeah, right, there was that thing. Oh, they have data on that. Oh, I don't want them to be onto it. Fuck. Like, let's go clean the documentation storage out. It's like, alright, there was something like that there. Like, Massachusetts. Or should I just have Gojo discover it and then yeah. What do you guys say? What makes sense? I will to be defined if Jaku remove some of the to cover up his tracks, question mark. Okay, so new tab. Saito Kaori. Here's the thing, usually I would choose to write Saito without the H. But like, there's a reason why I'm doing that. Let me look it up. Yeah, there it was. Yeah. Wait, there was more. There was more in that. Very certain. Yeah, there we go. There. What is there actually in Inumaki-kan? Why are you saluting? I just love how there's like remnants of the Sugawara clan. It's already fucking remnants. It's already fucking remnants, bro. What do you mean remnants? What happened to them? Why are there already remnants? Oh, okay, I'm so tying this back into the, oh my god. I need to tie this back into the canon. Right, wait, I'm typing somewhere wrong. Am I typing? No. Saito. Sorry. I hate this transcription though. I hate the H transcription. Because you guys saw the reason, because you know Saito ends with the same kanji as the Fujiwara begins. Because at some point there were so fucking many Fujiwaras, they decided to distinguish themselves by just taking the first kanji of their original last name and putting something else in front. Everyone is a little bit of a Fujiwara. Which is why there's so many last names in Japan with a to at the end. Usually it's the Wisteria kanji. Background. Since Kaori does have a curse technique, which we know from Hinjaku using it. She was born into a family of curse users. She didn't really like the business and wanted to live a quiet life. She also fell in love with a pawn sorcerer during high school. Hi, Jen. So she was not going to follow the family business. That's all that I have on her. Cause the thing is, if like, don't we hear like there's like, we never hear anything about Kaori much, and if Yuji had ties to obvious ties to Jujutsu Society, wouldn't somebody bring this up, right? Thank you for the following TTV Zachary T1. So yeah, if he had obvious ties to the Jujutsu Society, somebody would have said something, right? We have this with Yuta also happening, and as far as everyone's concerned, like Yuji was just a normie who couldn't see curses. And yet we know that Kaori had a curse technique. So she can't be a normie. Yet, if nobody knows about her, the only way that nobody knows about her is if she wasn't part of the official government affiliated good guys. So that's where that idea came from. And also, Saito is a really common name in Japan, so yeah. So that would be it. This is honestly, I have nothing else to say. What else, Lord, do we have? Oh yeah, this one is gonna be fun. I don't know. Namae. Because why the fuck not? This is what Lucas said on the server. I don't need to bloat the lore. Amamo Namae is a special grade cursed spirit. By the time we arrive in canon, GGT 0. About bloating the lore. Hear me out. Wait, what was it called? Oh, give me a second. Wait, where was this page? Let me open this. There. Wait. Right, this thing, the revival, the thingy that we saw in the on the anime. And I also need to reopen my YouTube chat. There we go. So what we had there on that page when I told you, like, originally she was a sorcerer in China who had discovered a way to prolong her life and youth. You know, did a lot of shit, like seducing kings, driving them mad, shit and giggles, because who would ever hold her accountable, Lamau? Yeah. Let me open this. Let me open this. Not because I need to show you guys this. Yeah, remember this thing. So she basically just fucks around. So here, little known for her activities until the 700s, when she used affairs disguised as a 16-year-old girl named Wakamo. She tricked the leaders of the 10th Japanese envoy to Tang Dynasty, Kibi no Makibi, Abe no Nakamaro. Okay. So, when Abe no Nakamaro, others from the Japanese envoy Dynasty met. What did she do again? Search tree. She joined the crew and took the ship to Japan, but she hid herself for 300 years. Met her. Guys, I'm low-key wondering, can I make her Satan's mom? This is the big question I'm trying to answer here, okay? I mean, it would align with Norarihyo no Mago, I guess. Because there was Hagoromo no Kitsune, who kept incarnating. We should watch Norarihyo no Mago, because I need to research every single media that features Seimei for itches. You see where I'm getting there? Because I posted, remember I posted this cutout from the Japanese Wikipedia, what's the Kitsune powers are, like. Traditionally, transformation, illusion, format that shit back, illusion, and what was the other? What did I? Fucking did I write? The next question is, where did I write it? Possession, yes, right. Possession. Allocate some powers. Hi, Lisa Lexi, hi! Welcome, welcome. Oh my god, so many new people randomly dropping by and seeing me write fanfic. This is terrible. This is a terrible idea. This was a horrible idea. This was a terrible idea! So why are you guys not saying anything? When I'm asking you guys about your opinions, you're not saying anything. You better tell me everything. And honestly, if you think about like having a kitsune as a Shigami familiar, apparently allows you to spy on people, which ties back to the You guys know this joke? There's this joke in D&D about the wizards specializing in divination and how a lot of them are portrayed as being passive, like, oh no, the fate is gonna happen, something, something. And there's this YouTube short. What did my wrist just do? There's this YouTube short where the idea is like, oh, what if they're like proactive, like, wizard does the prediction like, oh, your house is gonna burn down. It's terrible. You're gonna lose everything. And the farmers are like, oh no, is there something we can do to prevent that? And the wizard like holds up a torch and throws it at the house. No, can't think you can. Don't think you can. Well, I was like imagining that for saying meme joke. The one that I sent, I think, also in the server, like, probably be fallen by misfortune. Approximate future. I don't even know what this emoji would be. And it's like, let's see. I am not misfortune if you don't stop your stupid ass plotting right now. Oh wait, I lost Google Chat again. There we go. So back. But basically, Sam wasn't shady enough, so his mom. No, Hanks, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's in the same lore that same as mother Kuzunoha was a fox. It's for real. Look, let's go back. Thank you for the following, Mati-chan! Let's go back to Seimei. There, Kuzunoha. Wait, actually, we can just go to Kuzunoha. Kuzunoha is a byaku, a white kitsune. She is most famous for being the wife of the Abe no Yasuna and the mother of Abe no Seimei. Her story is preserved in a number of kabuki and bunraku plays. The Inari shrine near where the Abe no Yasuna first met Kuzunoha still stands today. It's popularly known as the Kuzunoha shrine. Zatsu built his family house. The Abe family had once been a rich and powerful land, but their land and status were lost years before by Yasuna's father, who had been tricked by con men. Oh, this is... Oh, we're getting more lore. Oh my god, no, this page... Finding this page has been a mistake! One day while walking through the woods of Shinoda, a beautiful white fox jumped in front of Yasuna's path. It was being chased by a hunter, and it asked Yasuna to save it. Yasuna knew that white foxes were holy to Inari, and he helped the creature escape. Shortly afterwards, the hunter came to where Yasuna was, and the two got into a fight. Yasuna was wounded in the fight and fell on the ground. After the hunter left, a young woman came out of the forest to Yasuna's side. She told him her name was Kuzunoha. She took Yasuna all the way back to his home and nursed him back to health. The woman continued to visit Yasuna, caring for him and checking up on his recovery. At some point during her visits, Kuzunoha and Yasuna had fallen in love, and so when he was better, they got married. Eventually, Kuzunoha became pregnant and she bore Yasuna a son. The three of them lived happily for some time. However, when their son was 5 years old, he witnessed something strange. Some say it was when she looked in the mirror, others say it was while she was sleeping, but his mother accidentally let her true form appear for a brief second. She was a white-haired kitsune. Her secret having been discovered, Kuzunoha had no choice but to leave her beloved family. This is always such a fucking funny thing to me. Like, in some stories, it makes sense. In some stories, it makes sense. But in this one, it doesn't fucking make sense. Like, in some stories, it's like in the Yuki Onna ones, it makes sense, right? In several ones. But in this one, it makes no sense. It wasn't like Seimei was to blame for this, and she never really, like, she didn't really make a contract with Seimei that he should know. Like, if it was the father who, like, for whatever reason, spied on her and, like, discovered it was for her, I understand, but why the son? He allowed me come and visit in the forest of Shinoda and Izumi, the resentful Kuzubi. What? When Yasuna read the perform, he wrestled his blood royal with the fox whom he had saved years earlier. He and their son traveled to the forest of Shinoda, where Kuzunoha had first entered the world of humankind. There, Kuzunoha appeared before them one last time. She presented them a crystal ball and a golden box as parting gifts. And then she left her human family forever. Also, girl, be a little bit more careful with your true form. Yeah. Yeah. See? See? Finding this page was a fucking mistake. Swear to God. But see, Kuzunoha is like a nice fox. For whatever reason, I imagined Seimei being like having like furry foxes, because honestly, there isn't really a bad association with black foxes from what I found. But I guess Kuzunoha was explicitly a white-haired fox, so that's why Seimei in the Onmyoji game has white hair. But no, here's the thing where I thought, like, when we go to... When we go here, to Taizan Fukun no Sai, we saw this one in Onmyoji. This is the one where they pray to the god Taizan to like, have this, like... Much of this spell was one of the reasons we were able to maintain monopoly of the Imperial Bureau of Onmyodo under their office as a spell. So here's the thing, we just read in the Kuzunoha part that the Abe family had fallen on bad times. And here's what I'm thinking, since Tamamo no Mae clearly knew how to prolong her life for whatever reason, let's say she paid for the fair by teaching Nakamaro the Taizan Nasai spell. Everything's getting connected. Yeah. Years later, when Sammy's grandson confronts Maya and asks her to participate in the ceremony of the spell, that's it. Spell is related to the spell is but she used it differently originally. She doesn't think much of it. But we see that since they treat this thing as a very holy ceremony, and she actually gets like exercised by it. But what she didn't realize is that the years she spent alive and all the cursed energy directed at her had slowly eroded her humanity, and so it's like the thing where you don't realize you're too far gone before you're like you actively are too far gone. So she humanity. Why? So there's this entire thing in the souls, I guess. I mean, Sammy isn't shady. Sammy, honestly, the way I think, I guess the best way to describe what I thought for Sammy, what actually ends up being happening with Sammy is, I guess it's similar, a little bit similar to Sinbad and Magi. Like, it's a guy who had like great aspirations and all that, who was extremely talented, but he had to deal with a lot of bullshit, and he ended up thinking like he knows best. And so eventually he has like a crash out, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. I'm gonna write this out also. Souls, I guess. So, souls in the whatever you guys are not done. Souls are impermanent things that do not have a true form. Rather, they change and are amorphous throughout a person's life. Every decision a person makes shapes the soul. This is based on the concept. This fucking can't fucking spell. souls. Oh. Yeah, I'm just not gonna go further. So. In GTK manga, we have Mahito thing. Find through. So she, yeah, and also he talks how. I think it's Jogo who says it, but like in chapter 10, it's kind of implied that that is actually Mahito's grundsätzlich ist alles auf Mahitos Scheiße gewachsen, ne? like the entire ideology of changing the positions in the world between curses and humans was actually Mahito's idea, and Mahito is the one who gathered the disaster curses together. Which I find it's very fitting because Mahito is a curse that directly affects humanity, which would, funny enough for me, mean that he is the most human-like among them in his mentality. That is gathering, coming up with ideological shit. Like this type of ideological shit. That's I feel like it's very human, sadly. And all that. I feel like that kind of like yeah. I don't think a curse like Jogo, which is like a reflection of human fear of volcanoes, is gonna come up with that ideology on his own, because when you think it's such a human thing, really. And we don't really see Jogo like, we see him back that ideology up, but he's very rigid in his thinking. Like once he believes something, he believes something. But I feel like it takes certain fluidity to come up with this kind of bullshit. And I feel like it would make sense, it really does make sense if it's Mahito. And Mahito does back it up in a way during Shibuya and his conversations with Yuji about it being a war and seeing who is the winner, who's gonna stand in 100 years or something. Which shows to me that it's also his. But because Giege used Jogo so much as a mouthpiece for this part so much, I feel like there's a misconception in fandom that it's Jogo's idea, that he's the one who like gathered them and who made Mahito their leader. No, it was this is auch Mahitos Scheiße gewachsen, ne? So yeah. Also, where was I supposed to see? He calls humans. That's implied question mark that he sees humans as inferior because they are full of lies and contradictions. Since his city that is idle transfiguration, just souls, he would be familiar with their shapes for humans and curses, I suppose. Kashira. So what I was thinking in this idea for the TPH Ken is that if a human soul is amorphous and changes all the time, like people change their opinion, people change sometimes their opinions drastically. Sometimes people can be hypocrites, which is like normal. You get new information, or sometimes maybe maybe you are just a hypocrite. I mean, I am also a hypocrite at times, it's normal. Then to someone who can touch human souls, that would be a reflection of their hypocritical nature. See what I'm going there? Why are you sassing me? Is anyone even still paying attention to my bullshit? Ethical / lying nature. So, in contrast, when he says that curses, when I suppose since it's Jogo basically says it's Mahito's ideology, we can take his word, but he says that curses are different because they are true to their nature, and Mahito does have a true form of his soul. What if then, in contrast, cursed souls are rigid and unchanging because they are bound by whatever concept of fear, idea of fear they manifested from. Because Jogo is a curse born of fear of volcanoes, and I guess fire in a way too, distantly. Doggone. What? Bird born. Sheesh. Born from fear of seas. Anami was born with fear of Mother Nature. Mahito was born out of fear people have towards each other. And hated people have towards each other. Mojito! What the f- Fucking autocorrect! Oh my god! Volcanoes. Volcanoes. Let's see. They can't change that nature about them. Am I making sense here? Chat, am I making sense? Does this make sense for you? Because we had this entire thing where I was trying to understand Buddhism and concept of souls, and sometimes because Christians have this idea of the soul is very different from the Buddhist one. You find sometimes online them explaining stuff like, oh, there isn't really a soul in Buddhism. Like, there isn't a permanent soul that's like this thing that goes to heaven or hell. Like, no, souls can go to hell, but the hell isn't permanent in Buddhism. Just very, very long. Very long, but it's not permanent. You still can get out. Once you burnt off or froze off, I guess, all of your bad karma. Once your soul has been cleansed of it, you can get back. And we also see in the epilogue of Jujutsu Kaisen, like that Sukuna can move on, but Mahito is stuck. And there's also this thing like how even when a curse is exercise if the concept of that that particular concept of fear gathers enough cursed energy, the curse will reform again. This is something that Jogo stated by Jogo. So yeah, I hope I'm making sense. I need to take go to an idol meeting. You guys can tell me if this shit makes sense. Yeah, what I just wrote before in the chat, it's like the fear of unknown within the sea. As part of it. So we're adding one more tab. This one is gonna be named Dagon. I actually had another one here. So what's more here? So because their souls are rigid and tied by a concept, their souls therefore are what forms once a concept has gathered enough cursed energy. And once the concept had been given form, that... In other words, it's a different type of soul. The same way how sometimes we have like this 99-year spirit. I forgot what they're called in Japanese. Absol remains, and it is easier for the curse of that concept to be formed. And if we go further, TPH, no, let's put it in this tab. TPH, what Jaku tries to fuck it. Let's make a separate Kinjaku shenanigans tab. First, let's do Dagon. Let's do Dagon and Kinjaku plus shenanigans. No, let's do first Kinjaku shenanigans, and then we can do a Kinjaku tab. Oh yeah, here. We haven't finished this one. But this is all ties back to souls. And Tengen, I guess. No, fuck it, no. Okay, we go. So, we see Tengen ascend above humanity and become curse-like. But, unlike what was feared would happen, Tengen is fairly stable and passive. I think she partially like how do I put it? I applied heat salve and now my neck is burning way too much. I also applied heat salve to my foot, but my foot is not burning. I feel cheated. Because the muscles in my foot hurt, so I was thinking maybe if I apply heat salve, it's gonna stimulate the muscles and they're gonna hurt less. But it's not burning! It's supposed to burn! I think it's partially because she's locked within her barriers. There's like they fear that she's gonna go crazy and destroy the world, right? GPH, this is also tied with how people perceive Tengen. In a lot of cases, someone very passive and is simply upholding barriers protecting Van. The interesting thing is, since apparently her regression into that form happened really fast after what happened with Amanai in the Hidden Inventory arc, we see that the bloodstains haven't been cleaned. So let's create another tab. This one is called... So this one is gonna be called Tengen. There's clearly need to write all this shit down. So, Tengen... also becomes, in a way, bound to how people perceive her. Similarly, based on mythology and within TPH lore, the vengeful spirit of Sugawara no Michizane is pacified and not just by giving him bust. How do you call it? How do you call this word? Let me Google it. Posthumous, right? Posthumous. Yeah, posthumous. That's the word. It's googling words is part of writing a fanfic. To see that they mean what they think humans. Titles and pardon and titles. But also he is then worshipped as a god of literature in its times, shifting the public perception. The people who come to pray obviously do so because they feel anxious about something. Hear me out. This is oh, welcome back, Rubix. I need to write I haven't even hit these up, but I'm just still writing about more souls lore within TPH. Like how students pray to Tenjin to pass their exams, the cursed energy from that anxiety gets directed instead to keeping engine the vengeful spirit of Sugawara no Michi Zare contained through elaborate fields, talismans, and ceremonies, renewing that shit annually. Please consult your local cursed, local vengeful spirit containment SOP for the please consult your local city dragon. It just made me think about how under GMP you're like have to define in which intervals you do maintenance of devices, and this sounded so much like, oh okay, let's set it annually because of the GMP the rarest thing is usually annual, right? So I'm like, annual renewal. Please consult your local vengeful spirit containment SOP for the frequency of renewal ceremonies. Okay. So that's how they dealt with him, basically. He was too strong. Or rather, how do I put it? Actually, it's not criticized. Maybe he was, but the fear of his retribution. I'm just gonna Google what the meaning of retribution is before I commit to it. Yeah, I'm right. I'm right. Revision was so strong that he could not be exercised. Yeah. There we go. Here. Please consult Soul's lore tab. Tab. But Tamamo Namae. I should also spell her consistently. Namae. Become losing her humanity also has to do with the nature of her soul changing after being alive for hecking over 4,000 years. And what she did originally to allow her to incarnate in new vessels. Yeah, wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. No. Mae hides for like 300 years before she resurfaces. Tamam, because she's a mom. Again in Japanese folklore. So, who's stopping her from meeting Kenjaku? Surrender salesperson, but wait, there's more. No, it's basically me dealing with lore, but wait, there's more lore. My lore has lore. Lucas, do you know what I mean now? So, he eventually steals the incarnation idea concept for his calling games incarnated sorcerer bullshit. Push-ups, yeah! Shit from her. See what I'm saying? Kenny being Kenny. Just like Kenny. I'm gonna highlight him in green because I guess that's his color here. Highlight bro in green. Yeah, see what I did there? I see what I did there? Okay, back to the soul stuff. Oh, Toki did some... does this count as Halloween stuff? Push-ups, I guess. I should vacuum my carpet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch. Oh yeah. I missed the sound alert. Okay, I still have tea to hydrate. Yeah, guys, also hydrate.
I'm still alive, motherfucker!
Yes, I'm still alive. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So, TPH canon Dagon lore. Since we see Dagon and Jogo be most attached to each other, what if they had met before? The smiley face reflects my brain when it hydrate going. Yes, hydrate, you're going. Since Jogo's design features blackened teeth, which was a thing even back in the era Japan. And Jogo possesses some knowledge about Sukuna and canon, as well as generally probably the most knowledge on artifacts and sorcery among all disaster curses. And I sincerely doubt he talks to people a lot. Humans a lot. Not peaceful, at least. It's probably because he has been around the block for a while now. Okay, there we go. YouTube chat reacquired. So, but Dagon, surprisingly, is just a baby cursed womb in canon timeline until Shibuya, which is funny because the fear of the sea, unknown within the sea, is fucking ancient. So, let's say Dagon was exorcised some time ago, and only recently your mileage may vary, reformed into a first womb state. So, means fun time. Let's have Tsukihina exercise. Ah, God. They can be on here. Incidentally, this is also proof to Jogo that even if they get exercised, he would still eventually meet his race again. You know, no, let's leave it where it was before. See? This shit make... Okay, maybe I should ask the question differently. It's not if this shit makes sense. Do you think any of this shit is interesting in any... somehow? You see, like, I have lots of thoughts. Tengen, what did I even want to write about Tengen? I forgot. Right. Something so... Yes. Tengen... So I think that it's also according to canon. Was one of the people who imported Buddhism to Japan. Mighty peace. JJK canon 2. Canon, I think. She has been around for 7th century? Question marks? She has been mostly just upholding barriers, teaching people about Buddhism and Jujutsu. Though eventually her sole task became to uphold the barriers protecting Japan. After the renewal, the last renewal ceremony fails, she rapidly regresses or sends, depending on your perspective, to how should I call it? To a higher state of being. Such, rather than just a curse, is more curse-like, as stated in canon. She too becomes bound by the concept of how people have viewed her and viewed her. I guess it's one since the what's that called? What the Tengen's called? Called like Star Association? What was it called? Something. Like once they get disbanded, it's like kind of becomes more safe, I guess? Question mark. Yeah. PPH canon. Yeah. Timeline. Yuna and Tengen meet for a brief period of time. Yuna does a whoopsie and manages to damage Tengen's barriers. So he's sent to meet her and fix what he's broken and reflect upon his actions. party and world having slash in a edition on how that bullshit happened. This is basically Sammy resolving the tense situation with sorcerers and clans having a massive panic attack when barrier is damaged, and to prevent them from flashing out, argues that Hina should go fix what he broke. How do you guys like it so far? I need some feedback. Give me any reaction. Oh my god, tell me something. Anything. Anything. Is this making sense? Do you like it? Aside from silly. Okay, here's more to canon this. Since Jogo witnessed that and bailed, Jogo in TPH is actually more distrustful of the idea of bringing over to their side that Jaku as Ghetto brings up. Was there anything else I needed to write up? Because why the fuck not? So see, Tomonyans is not actually featured in any shape or form in TPH. This is just background lore, background lore, in case anyone asks. Because, there's like more on Tamamo-mae. The reason why within JJK it is known that curses can incarnate in suitable human vessels is because of her. Because that is what she was doing for hecking millennia. Yeah. And as far as should I make her same as mom? I don't know. I don't know, bro. Oh, you can check her shenanigans. What is this shady asshole up to? Let me get back onto, because I actually got art of the shady asshole. He's on the thumbnail. There he is. He is. What is this shady asshole up to? I guess I'm gonna type out some of his background. Kenjaku in TPH explicitly. He is ancient by the time canon rolls around. Oh, that's different. We need to do a different setting. Like this. But he still started out somewhere. In TPH, he is born to a very poor family. By the time he is old enough to remember anything, his mother and him are begging on the streets. His mother dies of disease, and he thinks he's soon to follow her. Except a noble notices him and that he can see cursed spirits, so he gets adopted and has a ticket out of poverty and dying from starvation and disease, I guess. Poverty. Yay. Noble is pretty sure. Lord help me, I need to give him a last name, but I don't want it to be any obvious big name clan thing. Because Sekishu is really just his own thing. No Genji? What do you mean by Genji? The Genji from Murasaki Shikibu? Kenjaku notices really quickly that among the adopted children, those that are smart and capable get favored. So he works his ass off to maintain his position. He eventually also notices he also learns among the adopted children, one will be selected to become heir. Or is Genji supposed to be the suggested last name? However, among what Max is a curse technique. One thing. Yeah, relax is a curse technique. He tries to compensate for that by learning everything he can about non-innate cities. He also tries to compensate by sabotaging other children. What did you misunderstand? What do you think was happening? He gets caught by Sekishu and sent off to be useful for him in a different manner. Yeah, he gets temple where him and Sekuhina eventually meet. Yeah, the canyon lore is wild. Also, now I don't need another tab that is called Sekishu. So this asshole exists because I asked the question: if Tsuruko-hina were to meet Jaku, for what reasons would he not do the necessary evil, killing him to prevent canon from happening? So how about a red herring? Here comes Sekishu, literally spelled as red and herring kanji, and red with the on-yomi reading. And then the Minamoto clan, as I say. Oh no! Okay, that could work. That could work. Minamoto, no. I'm gonna put it into brackets for now. Because honestly, Sekishu needs to operate as his own thing, pretty much independently. But also be pretty close, have like a pretty high ranking position because he's attached to it. He has a city that also allows him to possess other people's bodies. He prolonged his life to officially live out of binding vows and non-specific ceremony bullshit, which is why there is that temple there where he sends off unqualified assault candidates to help maintain his original body. Mark to prolong his shenanigans. There we go. So he has a high position as advisor. Mark. Unofficial? Question mark? Oh, then court. And then on your that one is official for now. However, in recent years, also Sekishu is not gonna be that extremely old. Unlike Canon Jaku, Sekishu is actually not that extremely old. What would be a reasonable age to give him? 100? Very good. Hasn't been that many generations. Of children being groomed to be his future vessel. Something like that. I'm gonna scroll like this. His position has taken a dip. And now we need to look this shit up. Give me a second. I keep mixing my camos up. Why does my foot hurt so much? Oh. It's like when I stand on it, it's fine, but when I try stretching and moving it, it kind of hurts. I don't know why. Why does it hurt? Chan, why does my foot hurt? Okay, there we go. Let's return into chat. There we go. Right, there we go. So Tadayuki was the name of the okay. That's not Tadayuki, his son. Yes. Alright. And apprentice Abeno Seimei. I've been making that was a really interesting way to phrase it. There was a statement that the reason why they became so popular is because they basically won over the hearts of the nobility. And I can already know that. Making a name for themselves by partially by making a display for tools for ability and offering services. Usually not. Whatever. So we're making displays for nobility who were also not non-sorcerers, the sorcerers. Let's see, essentially, this is the origin of why they don't see me later gets branded pencil pushing 3 real or Pratt. Or someone who mostly is just there for entertainment. The ports, OMCs. Within the society history books was positively praised. He was responsible for amicable non-sorcerer relationships. Okay, you guys follow me so far? Sekishu fears losing his position, power, and the Emperor's fear. When it is divined, this is where we get to the overarching plot. There's, like, if I remove Sekishu from the equation, my entire he and ear falls the fuck apart. Hear me out. And it gets divined that the special great curse Yamato no Orochi will manifest. It throws the sorcerers in a frenzy. Sekishu tries to appeal that he will by making a promise that he will create a cursed tool weapon that can slay even gods. Because it's that kind of level of like mythological level of special grade. In order to create such a powerful cursed tool, a lot of cursed and energy is needed. Instead of just hunting down and catching curses to harvest them for the process, he decides he will just back off. Or, and he's sick people off the streets. He's so smart. To create a human suffering farm. Jutsu. He's an asshole. He's a bad person, okay? Okay, here's one more thing. The scar on Sekichu's forehead is a coincidence. Let's hammer in on that. Because he is a red herring. That is his first purpose. I named him after his role. Will he make an appearance in TPH? Probably fucking never, but he exists for the background. I should be this shit is the reason why I'm joking. I should be writing a he and her story instead. Because like Sekishu was created by so here's the thing. When I was first conceptualizing Tsukahina, I was okay, well canon happens anyway, even though Hinata would not try to make canon happen. Like he probably wouldn't be actively running away from it, but he would, like, if situations arise, try to not make canon happen. It's, you know, canon bad in many ways. Hinata's plan is just like, I'm gonna do my best, and whether I succeeded or failed, I guess I'll never get to find out. Because I don't plan on being part of canon! Yay! That one will for him, didn't it? So, in parallel, we have Seishin. There. One of the former adopted children. Same generation as and Seishin works as a spy for Sekishu by being a traveling monk and also what equates to the modern era window role. Basically, he reports to closest sorcerer clans when he witnesses Gerber's curses manifesting, and he reports to Sekishu what those clans are up to and how the mood is and what else, whatever else interesting he witnesses. Seishin will get his own part. Well, anyway, Seishin has this annoying little obstinate hacker following him around to the point where this little menace manages to crone him like moss. Okay, you're not. being out of his depth because he's not a sorcerer, and because he can't really, because he doesn't really know what to do. Peanut, he decides to seek advice from his patron, Sekisu. So, Station takes Sukahina with him to go speak to Sekishu. While they are speaking, Hina is left to his own devices in a small guest room. Being a child, he gets bored, and thinks, what's the problem if he sneaks out for a bit? This station did not explain shit to him why they are there. So, Hinata stumbles upon the human suffering harvest facility. He likes that shit. He is understandably distraught. Tries to wreck that shit. Gets caught. Station gets punished. Sekishu decides that Hinata has a crazy amount of CE to waste it. So after being imprisoned for a while, he gets sent off to the temple, where he meets our Hibich Kenjaku. No scar on his forehead. Hinata's first assumption is that this monster of a person who has a human suffering harvesting facility is the canon Kenjaku, because that totally lines up with crazy scientists who has no empathy thing. Hi Harshi! No, we're writing the lore of the fanfics. So when he meets the young Jacker in PTH without any scars on his forehead, he assumes the name is just a coincidence. Because canon Kenjaku is fucking ancient. It does not occur to him. Greetings, Hoishi. How is the takoyaki doing? Yeah, the fanfic is writing us. Oh no, god. Yeah, see, I have so many fucking tabs. There's the lore on the cult. There is the brief statement about Kaori. There is my lore on Tamamonomai, which is not decided completely because I don't know how I'm gonna tie her, if I'm gonna tie her in with Seimei or not. There is the explanation about souls and how they work in TPH canon. Then there's the lore on Dagon. The taco, eat the taco. Then there's a tab with Tengen. There's the tab with me writing this character I created for the background story to work. See, like, I asked myself a simple question. Like, why would canon still happen if we isekai'd the OC as Sukuna in Heian era? I needed reasons why canon would still happen. Because the isekai person is the way they are. And so I needed to create like, okay, well, what? And so my answer, my first knee-jerk reaction was like, okay, what if there was a red herring? And this is how the character, literally named Red Herring in Japanese, became to be. And then somehow he also became adopted father of Kenjaku, which is like, it just kind of all lined up, okay? It just all kind of lined up. And then I was like, okay, well, okay, he created this human suffering facility. Okay, why was he trying to create a weapon that's this powerful? This cursed tool that is this powerful. Also, he's kind of low-key inspired by Yuna from Breath of Fire 4. And I was like, okay, why? Well, later, there's this thing that happened that we know from canon that happened at some point in Heian era, JJK, that Sukuna had fought against Yamato no Orochi. Okay, Yamato no Orochi is like mythological levels of threat and older than the Heian era, right? And since we know that curses can like manifest again, if they concept their fear that they're gathers enough cursed energy. So how about we get that? We get that. And since we know they have this Onmyo, the Bureau of Onmyo, and their job is partially like to divine auspicious and inauspicious days. I was like, how about they divine that this curse is gonna come back? And they're like all in panic and need to prepare how to deal with this mythical level of threat. And this guy who was like the idea that he promised to create a weapon that can slay even gods, that came before I tied Yamato no Orochi into it. But everything started aligning and making sense. This guy somehow became a central piece within holding the Heian era together. Because it's all tied together, which on one hand I think it's good, because that means people have motivations. People have motivations. And this guy has a clear character motivation why he did this stuff. And Kenny has his clear character motivations. And then Kenny is low-key somewhere on psychopathy scale. the oldest. It says nothing to me. Please don't. Please don't. The lore is already deep enough, Lucas. We're hitting Ember's levels of lore. That's me being arrogant, and this is my hubris of saying that because Ember's levels of lore is insane. But the reason why I dragged up Embers is because I'm noticing that I'm creating OCs in that style. So clearly it left a big enough mark on me. Wait, no, unpin Hoyoplay. I'm trying to close the Hoyoplay window. Go back. What else was she doing? Oh, it's already past 10 PM. I can keep going. I can keep going. There's a lot of lore that needs to be written down. We can also get a tab. I guess we're gonna... No, I'm gonna keep this one. Lore and other things, I guess. This is a good one. We need... Hagiko. And her family, I guess. So Hagiko is the one that I wrote out in a lot of people's DMs. So Hagiko is the most... fleshed out, I guess. But I also like thought about changing her story a little bit. His mom, family, mother, father, younger sister, Tomoko, younger brother, not specified. The bloodline ends with him, question mark. I can write that out later. But let's go back to Sekishu because Sekishu, wait, yeah. Sekishu is like so thoroughly tied to the canon, doesn't it? Anyway, that's this can just go back to Canny tab. To suspect somebody who is his age. Anyway, because Hinata wrecks shit. The first tool God swings scale ultimately fails. Placing Sekishu even lower on the political food chain. Well, finally elevating Ademasene to the position of head of the Onmyoryo. Because I don't want to spell Bureau of Onmyo the entire time. It's shorter to spell a Japanese word for it. Around the time when Sekishu's body possession starts feeling, and he needs a new host. One strong but docile enough to be suppressed. Him? Kenny makes Jaku makes a surprising return home. He was not asked to. He was not welcome. Jaku being Kinjaku being Kinjaku is enraged to know that this despite his efforts to gain the races and prove himself worthy of here and position of power, he is still chosen over for what name did I give him? Akishiro. This guy's city is basically converting CE into positive energy, NFT, RCT. Is enraged to find out upon his arrival in a bit of rage, he kills Akishiro. Gets this covered by Sekishu, who mortally wounds him, thinking it is dying. He walks off on the brink of death. Jaku figures out his. Oh, we're basically at Kenny's parts. They're overlapping. Everything is overlapping. So out his brain transplant city. Basically, his called damage during his altercation with Sekishu, making it easier. Transplant. So he transplants himself into Akishiro's body to survive. Then he kills his adoptive dad because Sekishu did a villain monologue as to why he would have never picked Jaku anyway. So now he has sorta everything he wanted, since Akishiro was announced to be here, and Sekishu was dead. He basically inherited the power and control. However, diminished it was, and was now free to fuck around and do whatever he wants. How do you guys feel about this? Yeah, that's the end of Sekishu. And his involvement with both characters. With 3 characters, we also know how he's involved with Seimei. We also need now a new tab, which we will label Abe no Seimei. Gods, you give me a headache, man. Figuring this guy's Deal out. Funniest thing! Approximately every single character is more interesting than Hinata. I should go to sleep, it's pretty late. How do you guys like the lore so far? Why does my foot hurt so much? I hope it doesn't hurt when I wake up. More like, I don't know. Did I stretch it weirdly? What did I do with it? Why did it suddenly start hurting after lunch? I'm hearing the meows behind the door. You didn't eat any weird mom food fingers, did you? No, it's just a prop. It's just a prop. Trust me. It's just a prop. It's bedtime. I don't know why the TTS gadget isn't working. What do you mean TTS is disabled? Enable yourself. Let the floof and wait. No, the floofs are gonna be loud. Then I can't focus on anything.
It is very good. I want Dragonmon to read it for bedtime XD.
I mean, technically speaking, I am already reading it for bedtime. Yeah, because it's already complicated, so I need to write it out somewhere in a... Not across people's DMs, but in a singular document, okay? Because right now, most of this shit, especially the Kenjaku and the Sekishu shit, and Hageko, are somewhere in people's DMs. I hope the Lord help me. I need to give him a last name. Makes it too much. Where did I put this? I mean, this is just notes for me, so that I can, in case I ever like am uncertain about my own lore that I came up with, I can go back and read up what happened in Heian era, and like generally, like there's this cult. There's Kaori, and what's her deal? I mean, Kaori is easy to remember. Tamamono Maya somehow also got thrown under the bus. There's me explaining how souls work in TPH. There's the Dagon subplot. There's Kendrick shenanigans, which just doesn't sum it up. That's where they eventually meet. Kendrick actually is a complete asshole. And his POV is constantly belittling others. Here's the funny thing is, he is polite to other people's faces, which is like, Tsukihira's first reaction, I was like, oh, he was one of the few people who treated me like a real person. And Kinjaro's pop is just like him referring to Hinata as a thing! Like for the first several months or something. It's just fucking horrible. Yeah, he treats him Kenya treats Hinata the way he treats everyone. Congratulations. That's not goals. Anything others things is everyone else, but also has a huge complex because he, as far as he knows, is not our first technique. He is at first immensely jealous of Hinata. And frustrated that somebody like Hinata had been blessed with city. If only he had that, he would not have been discarded, cast aside by his adopted father. Hilariously enough, there, after their initial confrontation, when they will learn about how they relate to Pikachu, being son and Hinata basically thinking Sekishu is the root of all evil in UK. TM. More. And up. Bonding. Okay. Hands up. Okay. Attack. What's some? That. Okay. Questions. That end up helping him figure out himself better. And his preconceptions and his over attachment to his past crazy type life. Okay. Hinata also manages to grow Jacker like moss. Hinata symbolism, moss. He grows on people occasionally. He's an acquired taste of a woo. He also learns about hopes to prove himself with Jutsu to be taken back by his father. Technically, it is a futile hope because Pikachu clearly, even to Pikachu's own mind, does not want him back. However, it's like with normal people, how do I put it? It's like sometimes you know, but you just refuse to let go of it. Okay. Despite knowing logically, he does not want to let go. He doesn't want to just be some monk for the rest of his life. See, Danny, that a taste of wealth and power, especially political power. Not fascinated, young. Twisting and turning people against each other, making them do what he wants with a few carefully placed words. He doesn't want to give up or not. You see, I created a wonderful character. I love him so much. Hashtag I love him so much. He's my so there, he started with the pretty petty. There was like 5 P words. Psycho princess. There's another P word that I had for him. I'm trying to think of it. I definitely spelled it into somebody's DMs. I just need to find in whose DMs I did it. Not here. Let me see. Can I find it here? Oh, come on. Okay. No. It's not. What? I thought I placed it on my channel there. Where did I definitely 100% called him that? Yeah, if I remember the other one, it's gonna be fine. Well, one day I find the pretty petty psycho princess. I don't know, there was another one. There was another word. That, there was the 5P. So, well, since they do become friends, eventually, yeah. How's that? Just to the head monk, whatever you call them, to send them on a pilgrimage to Mount Fear. Oh, sorry, son. In Aomori. And I checked, but thank you for the following, King Sonic. Thank you, thank you. I checked. The temple already existed at the time. The temple already existed at the time. I checked. This it makes perfect sense. That monk is sus, but it gets those 2 assholes out of his non-existent hair. So there. For a hot minute. Do you guys want so the reason is that Sorizan is said to have one of the gates to Tomino Kuni. And since hi up Targon, hi, I'm doing well. I should be sleeping, but I'm typing out the lore. This that me. And as first see tied to that concept. There is a novel first warning. Basically is me. I'll also be sleeping because I need to get up at 3 AM tomorrow and it's 11 PM for me. Oh yeah, it's also almost 11 PM for me. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Oh my god. I'm surprised people are following me on this stream where basically all I'm doing, I'm not really interacting much with chat, I'm just typing in my lore. So plot is I'm gonna put them there so that Kenny can be the one to exercise it with Inatop playing the supporting role so that the monk at the temple at Sarazan can write a letter commending Kenny for his skills, which Kenny can then take to his adoptive dad as proof his great skills. So yeah, this is the plot point where they part ways. And it goes on to confronting his father, figuring out his city, taking over his past customer. Yeah. Good night. Thank you for dropping by. Okay, yeah, that's basically a good summary. Kenny is touched by Okay, that's basically the summary. There's like detailed stuff where I wrote out some scenes because even as Hinata does grow onto TPH Kenny, he still feels that resentment. He still feels that resentment that he, about the thing that he has a conflict about. But it also resolved because he does have a curse technique, and it's cool because he gets possess other people. He doesn't give a fuck. The funny thing is, I think I told you guys this one. The concept for Kenny's initial looks in TPH was think the most basic isekai protagonists, the ones that people are supposed to superimpose themselves upon, so they must look average as fuck so that anyone can imagine themselves as them. So being like Japanese media, it's usually just a guy with black hair and like a very plain symmetrical face. That was the fun part. Is he is supposed to look plain. Average build, average looks. Like he's not he's not supposed to be outstandingly handsome. But like not ugly either. He's probably a bit more too handsome here, but it's fine. Started Crow's art is amazing. They are an amazing artist. Please check out their fanfic. I think I'm gonna call it tonight. We got some new stuff like Tomonyans written out. We got Souls. Most of the stuff I already had, like the cult and Tomonyans stuff. This is new, and I guess I'll eventually make a stream where I'll write on this more. And yeah, no, I guess I'm doing push-ups. Yeah, I don't want to sleep. I guess I am figuring this guy's deal out. But yeah, I guess what I needed for seeing is one last suffering for going. Do you guys like the stream format? Was this in any shape or form interesting to you guys? I need some feedback. Oh. Moin VHack. Oh my god, it's been ages. It's the VHack. How's it going? I'm trying to get people to give me feedback if this was an interesting stream concept for them. Or if I should just keep my fanfic bullshit to myself. Guess it's not really. Yeah, like this is not really. This is not fanfic. This is lore on the fanfic. More like me putting things into words down where I can track them. I have Gunk yapping in the background. Yeah, you have Gunk yapping in the background. Oh, let me add some more tabs before I do the push-ups. No, actually, let me do the push-ups and then add more tabs. For other characters. Need to write shit out. So much blue humor me to link from this. With 4 bloopers, this is absolutely unbearable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was about to go on to 6, 7, but I guess I remember there's only 5. We're Doug. Okay, then the Doug. The feedback now. I'm keeping the feet. Yeah, give me my feedback. Okay. Good job. Top 12. Oh my god. Well, this guy has a name. Side character that may or may not appear in canon timeline as an incarnated sorcerer out of Jack's control. Friends to where am I? Because, yes. This one isn't gonna be very long. Shiori. Cause it would make sense with Raume. Raised by Sukina. That she might consider being gentler with others. Question mark for good measure. Himi is let me write this on. Harry, Warren, and Mori. More fun. Situation to Kaneki 10, I guess. Lives with her aunt. She has an astral projection type of CT. Kind of basically, there was this thing while I was reading on about vengeful spirits. There was this subset of vengeful spirits which was by people who were still alive, but their emotions were so strong that their spirit manifested either as a ghost towards other people whom they had strong feelings for, or by outright possessing other people while they were still alive. There were also those people who were so hateful towards their situation in life that they cursed the ones that had caused it while still being alive. Cats are about fighting. She wished so hard to be somewhere else than where she was, but she really rejected. She has initially no control over her city since she lives in the boonies. She flies under the radar and by reader and does not get covered as a sorcerer and subsequently never gets anything explained about the yes, princess. Anything explained about her own situation and has no help. Now, I need to stop. Oh yeah, these are more characters to write out. I guess also Hagiko, like Hagiko is the one that's most fleshed out because like she's been. No, Hagiko is so funny to me. Because like initially I was gonna, so there's another Esikuna fanfic out there that does actually play in the Heian era explicitly. Hell Serpent is the name of the author. If you want to look for it, I forgot what it's called. I don't remember the title. I remember the author. And initially, because that fanfic was really an inspiration for TPH. Even before Tsukihina thing. Initially I envisioned Tsukihina's mom being like that is Ikuna's mom. But then Hagiko just said, fuck you, no. I am gonna be an emancipated woman. I am, no matter how hard my situation is, I'm gonna do the thing that I believe in and screw the world, screw this. I'm taking my control of my life and I'm gonna love my child. And I was like, oh, okay. So that basically happened. And Hinata got a loving mom. Because this character just basically decided to tell me to you know, fuck myself. I don't know, sometimes characters just do that. Like sometimes they just say no. This is not who I am. You're gonna write me like this and this, and I'm like, okay. I'm just writing incident report at this point. Which is why it's so hard when I can't let the characters just do the things that they want to do. Or rather, they don't tell me what they want to do. Like, I'm stuck with writing chapter 2 with the Gojo and Hinata conversation, where it's just like, at this point I am putting away the canon source material. I'm just gonna try to make them do shit. That's how I got done so fast with rewriting chapter 1. Because at some point I was like, I'm not gonna look up what actually happened in canon. I'll just go with my memories and what the characters are gonna do. What seems natural, and then it just flowed. But right now with chapter 2, it's like, one, I'm dealing with Gojo, which is why I had to write out that thing, which is like, what is the current thoughts inside of his head? What is he thinking about? What is going on there? What does he know? What does he not know? How is he gonna approach the situation? I yapped too much. And now I guess I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna handle this. Yeah, no, I'm hanging up, guys. We're closing this. Let's see who we can read. Yeah, I hope. Like, who's online? Wow, I'm so eloquent. This has been a while since I watched a lot of these people. So, I kind of feel like reading this person, but it's been forever. I need to quickly check their stream. Mentor give you rank in my place. Oi! One last sip. What is she even doing? Oh wait, did she... Was this already rated or is this... No, it is. Wow, the model looks very different. What happened here? What happened here? We can just... I want to rate somebody smaller. I don't know. Yes, we can rate Kazama, Swiss Beekeeper. We can rate Aquashock. It's been a while since we rated Aquashock. I'm gonna just do that. Rate Aquashock. Yeah, and rate and ants. Thank you for the following minute shit. Stop bugging. I will dragon read. Is that what it's spelled? Let's see. Yes. There we go. And then I'm gonna set it in YouTube as well. Oh, now I realize what liquor meant. Like, a lot of ideas were dug is like digging. Okay. Oh, okay. we direct? Whom are we gonna? Is Camelot? Can we go raid Camelot? There isn't really much going on. I'm gonna send you to Sleep Sheep ASMR 3 years with Sheepy. No, but we're already set to raid Aquashock, and which is incidentally happening in a few moments. See you guys.